when we originally signed on for the debt to build and construct the campus that we're on now. I was involved in that. And then when we refinanced that debt, I was involved in that whole refinancing process. We moved into this facility in, I think it was 2005, and our debt almost reached $16 million at that point. With that level of debt and the amount of people that were attending, it became a very difficult time in the life of the church. Back then, our budget was around $3.3 million, and $1.3 million each year was going to service just the debt. So in 2008, when the financial crisis hit, our interest rate on what we thought was a fixed rate product ended up going up to almost 15%. We would have some very difficult finance team meetings during what I would call the rough years. It got out of control. There were just very, very difficult times where we got to the end of meetings and we really wouldn't know how to pay the debt. We looked at each other and said, is this the time that we maybe go back to the bank and just say, we've done the best that we can to pay this, but we can't afford this building and this facility any longer. God would just provide. God just poured out his blessings and allowed us to keep the doors open. We would pray, and literally the next week a gift would come in and be able to provide to help make the debt. It really was mind-blowing. We'd pray, we'd leave, and the next thing you know, somebody'd say, I've been led to give $500,000. And we would be just blown away. You're blown away. We had to live on faith. And I think there are times where we probably live on faith more than others because we get comfortable with what God provides. And then when you go through these other times where there's not as much, what happens is it stretches your faith. It makes you grow in your faith because you really do have to step back and let God provide. I do remember times where we just sat there and just had heart-to-heart talks with God as a finance team, and to see that debt where we are today within the purview of being paid off within the next year or two is really remarkable when you think about where we were in 2004 and 2005. When we look towards 2022 or 2023, where we do not longer have that debt, we can take a significant portion of the resources that God has provided and use those to spread the gospel all over the world.